Owen, unfortunately not the news that you would have been hoping for this week. Just bring us up to speed where we are after last weekend, of course, when you came off against Portsmouth.
Yeah, it's really gutting, really. You know, I think just coming back from a hamstring injury and then to pick another one up after 13 minutes, and yeah, I think you see my reaction on the pitch. I was devastated, and yeah, now I've had the scan report back, and yeah, I think that'll be my season done, and I'll be out for a couple of months. But you know, it's part of football, and I've got to just move on with it now and focus on getting back fit on the pitch. I knew straight away it was one of them feelings, and it wasn't a nice one. So yeah, I think my reaction on the pitch, as I said, it kind of sums up how I was feeling, you know, how I'm still feeling right now, really. And yeah, it's one of them tough moments in football, but you've got to be strong to deal with it, and yeah, I'm sure I'll get through it, and yeah, I'll come back stronger.
Did it hurt you more having had that spell on the sidelines and literally just coming back in that game as well?
Yeah, 100%. I was looking forward to, you know, coming back and getting back playing, but to do it so early in the game as well, I think I didn't even really get to you know, touch the ball. I didn't get to do much, and then it just went again on me. But yeah, as I said, like I'm not feeling great right now, and it's one of them. But the support everyone's shown me at the club, and yeah, everyone's been really supportive, and yeah, it just shows what a great club it is.
Not the way you would have wanted your time with this football club this season anyway to end, is it? Because it's been a pretty good campaign for you to that point. I know you've been out the previous few weeks, but it's been a good year for you, and yet you've got the frustration of missing the finale.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's not how I wanted it to end, and yeah, I wanted to, you know, push on after coming back from my first injury, and you know, hopefully finish the season strong. And I spoke to my family and my agent about that. You know, it was important to finish the season strong and finish it strong as a club as well. So yeah, to pick this up, it's really not ideal, and yeah, it hurts really. But you know, as I said, it's part of the game, and yeah, I'm sure I'll be back stronger from it.
What's the plan for the rehab then?
I think for the rehab, I'll go back to Liverpool and you know, work with the physio that I worked with there last year. I'll still be watching all the games, and I'll get down to some of the games, and yeah, I'll be the biggest fan. But you know, as my season's done, I'll go and do my rehab at Liverpool.
Is your priority now then getting back for pre-season, getting fit to try and kick on again next year?
100%, yeah. You know, I've already thinking about it now. Just, you know, getting to the point where I can run again, getting to the point where I can build it up, and then yeah, hopefully I'm in a good shape and good way for pre-season.
Just how good an experience has this season been for you on the whole then, in terms of you preparing you for your future?
Yeah, very good. You know, I think I've played a good amount of games at a high level for a great club as well. And yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here. I think from the players, the staff, the fans, I think everyone's, you know, welcomed me in as one of their own, and yeah, I really appreciate that, and I can't thank everyone enough for that.
There's been some ups and downs, haven't they? Sort of take us right back to the start. You were thrown in at the deep end, and will that always be sort of one moment from your time here that stands out, that game at Burnley?
Yeah, 100%. I think it was, you know, it was a tough game, and yeah, it was a big derby. So to go in straight away and play a full game, and yeah, I was proud of myself for that performance, and yeah, I was proud of the team to, you know, get a point that day. We had 10 men, and yeah, it's definitely a moment I'll look back on and one I'll remember being at Burnley at my first game.
How big a sort of learning curve has this year been for you in terms of life in this division and the demands of it?
Yeah, it's been a big learning curve. You know, I think the division's really tough. You don't play any easy games, and I think after about 10 games in, I was speaking to my agent. I was saying, you know, it's a tough league. You know, I think you play against. For me, I play against top wingers every game, and yeah, every one of them poses a different threat in their own way. So it's really tough, but yeah, I think it's one that's made me a better player, made me a better person as well, and yeah, I just can't thank Blackburn enough for, you know, taking me in on loan and giving me the opportunities they have.
In that respect, has the loan been everything that you wanted it to be? It's given you those challenges, it's given you those experiences.
Yeah, definitely. That's what a loan's for, really, isn't it? You know, you need to you need to get tested, you need to get challenged, and I think I've done that in every game really. And yeah, I can look back now and look back at myself at the start of the season, and I would definitely say, you know, I've come a long way and I'm 100% a better player.
What's this group been like to work with?
Brilliant. I think every one of them is a great character, you know, and yeah, I think we've shown through the season that we're a tight-knit group and we all stick together. And yeah, as I said before, I won't be able to play my part in the last 7 games, but I'll be watching and I'll definitely be down to a few at Ewood.
Who are the characters that have sort of surprised you from when you came in and you'll sort of miss whatever they bring to the party?
I think there's a lot, you know. I think, you know, you look at Trav, the captain, he's a big character, you know, brings a lot to the team, and you know, he's louder on the place, so he's definitely a big character. And then, yeah, I think you look at everyone really. I think everyone brings their own thing to the group, you know. And yeah, I think it's been a pleasure to work with every single one of them really. And yeah, I just look back at the moments where we've been through the season where we've needed to stick together, and I think we can all look back and be proud of ourselves.
What are the standout moments for you? I know we touched on Burnley, but are there any others that you immediately come to mind?
I'd definitely say my first goal, you know, or my only goal, shall I say. Should have had more than one, but I'd definitely say the goal at Luton, you know. I think that was a good game and a good moment for me to score my first goal. And then a look at, you know, Leeds at home was a big win. Leeds away, we got a point, but we probably deserve more, you know. I don't think they should have had the penalty there, but yeah, I think there's lots of positives to look back at the season, you know, individually and as a team really. So yeah, I think, as I said before, I think I'm proud of what I've done, and I think the team should be proud as well.
What about the relationship with the supporters? I guess it helps when your first game is Burnley away and you play so well and we get a positive result, but have you sort of felt that affection from them for someone who's come to the club on loan?
Yeah, 100%. I think the fans have been brilliant with me, you know. I think they've shown me the support, you know, and I think in my first game it really set the tone, as you said, Burnley, and yeah, as I said, I think I had a decent game, and I feel like the fans really got behind me. You know, it's not an easy game to go into, but even in that game, after 10 minutes, after 20 minutes, I felt like the supporters were behind me, and that was my debut. So yeah, I think from then it's just kind of built up, you know, and I really thank the fans for the support.
And the future for Owen Beck is?
I couldn't tell you just now, yeah, I'm not too sure. You know, I think my main focus is just going back to Liverpool and getting my rehab done, and making sure when pre-season starts, I'm in the best shape I can be. You know, I'm ready to go, and whatever opportunities come my way, I take them.
Whatever it is in the future, will there always be sort of a little soft spot in your heart for this football club though?
Definitely, yeah. I think, you know, as I said, the fans, the players, the staff, everyone's welcomed me as one of their own, and yeah, Blackburn will always have a special place in my heart.
Owen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you.